Now, for the moment some of us have been waiting for, will you welcome two gentlemen named Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. Well, what should we talk about? Certainly nice to see you both, and I think that we might as well reveal right now that beneath the mask of unfriendliness that we saw in the film, down deep, you really hate each other. Is this or is this not true?
I don't hate Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier don't hate me. Joe Frazier's got to take care of himself, and I got to take care of mine when the bell rang. And I will admit,
everybody's on their own.
We are
really
stone enemies when the bell rang. And after the fight, I have nothing wrong against him.
What?
One day, I like for my little children to play with his little children.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
But that don't mean to say that I'm going to think about that. When the bell rang, he will be in trouble.
Gee, on this film, I'd swear you said I don't like him at all on that film we did earlier. Was that just, were you joking then or now?
Well, I mean, what are you doing, agitating?
I wouldn't do a thing like
This
that.
has been the history of America. You just love to see two colored folks beat up each other. He ain't agitating, trying to get us fight. We gonna fight. You don't have to agitate. The rumble is on. We don't get along, so we gonna get it on. And if he thinks he's the best, so he's gonna jump in my chest. So you don't have to try to agitate and push it on no father unless you want us to start now, and you might get hit in the middle.
Are you reading that off something? That was pretty good.
In fact, looking back to the last fight, you think that you still won that fight?
The last fight, look, I don't like to be what they call a sore loser and brag and talk about losing. You know, it's up to the people. I think I won. I think I landed more punches. I think he was in worse physical shape. I got knocked down. Henry Cooper knocked me down. Sonny Banks knocked me down. Doug Jones almost knocked me down. Alan Hustler in the Olympics knocked me down. Joe Lewis got knocked down. Max Mellon, Sugar Ray, that's all right, been knocked down. He's been knocked down.
What he's saying that he think he won the fight.
I know. I believe I won the fight. I believe I won the fight.
How many times you look at the fight?
About 5.
Want to look at it Sunday?
We'll see it. Forget the fight, Joe. We're going to meet again.
You better believe it. He will meet again.
I'm saying he just bought a big old, pretty mean coat. It was all in the newspapers. You had a $10,000
I got it backstage. Want to take a look at it?
I saw that. You did buy it.
2 big old diamond rings.
Beautiful.
And I want you to get you a new trade after this game and learn to play, because you're going to need them.
Look at it. What's that?
I want you to take that big, pretty Lincoln Continental and them pretty diamonds and get on out and do a little playing, because you're going to leave the ring that night.
I'll say something for you.
You started all this.
Wait.
You started all of it.
Just remember that. Please remember that I wear
Whenever
glasses.
you come down where I'm at, I'll take care of you. Make sure
No,
that
but I want to give Joe credit. Honest, all sincerity. Something I never said. I got to admire this man to be where he is today, to have went as long as he did and as good as he did, plus knocking me down, to get his ranking with no style.
How you like that?
No, I mean, I'm serious. I'm not
style.
talking about Joe. I have to admit, even his trainer. I mean, you got the boxing style like Joe Frazier. You'll never see Joe Frazier jabbing and faking and backing up, moving the side.
Oh man, you got a surprise coming. You got a surprise coming. You wait till 28.
How you gonna teach your old dog new tricks? How you gonna learn some new tricks?
You call him an old dog. Well,
no, you are still agitating. I didn't say that.
No, he called you. I heard it. Didn't he say it?
What you mean a dog? You didn't call me a dog. You say you can't teach
He
dogs.
said an old dog, new tricks. He calls you a bear half the time.
I'm
He
a what now?
told me at the camp that you sleep with a teddy bear in your bed. Now, I don't make these things up, you know.
That's what he said.
This guy tells me this.
Let's be friends for 1 minute just to get him.
No, come on. Please, come on. No, come on. No. This is my good...
Let's show him.
Oh, what?
Let's show him.
Now, be quiet. I really don't think this is necessary. What time is it? It's,
Let me tell you something.
Oh, no!
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I will. Wait, can I say something?
Let me tell you something.
I must tell
I
you.
want to tell you one thing. All of the brothers out there watching television,
Yeah.
I don't care how mad y'all to each other, when it's come to one of these fellas trying to divide us, we must unite.
Oh, stop. Wait a minute. Wait.
That was not in the
Take
script.
my pulse.
That was unrehearsed. That was my idea.
I saw that up on the screen. It looked like a giant Oreo cookie. We'll be back after this message. Right. I don't believe the things
Hey,
that are...
waiting for George Foreman for the heavyweight championship of the world in, where they fight? In...
Oh, whenever it was.
Jamaica?
Jamaica or Kingston
Yeah.
or someplace. Well, listen.
You talk about him not having any class, but what about that left hook? Huh?
What left hook?
The left hook that you
He's
didn't
got
see.
a hard left hook.
He was
Listen,
bad.
he hit me so, I'm going to give him credit. He hit me so hard it jarred my kinfolks in Africa. I mean, he was hitting hard. But I got up. But look, that hook means nothing if he can't find nothing to hook. So this time, I'll be dancing.
You will be there.
I will be dancing.
Joe, can I ask him
What
a
about
question
fighting?
for you?
Come.
The people want to see a fight, not a dance. They pay all of that money.
You
They
deserve,
listen, wait a minute,
deserve
look.
one
The
hand.
people pay all that money to come and see you and I fight, right?
Dancing
and you
hard.
gonna dance.
Dancing and whooping you and dancing.
Whipping me and dancing.
Just like I did in that Saka and Ken Norton
I
fight.
guess it'd be just like that gorilla you had up there, right? And the heavy bag. Tell them how you hit the heavy bag, you hit the punching power,
Right.
and that poor bag didn't have no hands.
Everybody, man, you talk, man, everybody know the bag didn't have no hands.
All the way you carrying on, like
You talking like you had a point, the bag didn't have no hands.
well, the bag's not gonna hit you back.
Just like Howard Cosell. Just like Howard Cosell.
You know
Muhammad,
the bag,
you're not the same
you
man
know
you
the
were
bags
50.
can't hit you back.
Just like,
So what you trying to show Dick about the bag for?
Just
The
like
bag's
Howard-
not gonna fight
just
back.
like Howard
You went up there and got the guy with the gorilla's hat on, right? What did he done?
just remind me of you, that's all.
Listen, can't you fellas just, let's be nice, call the whole fight off, make up here, and that'll be that. Can I ask him a question for you? If he is as pathetic as you say he is, isn't it inhumane to fight him?
Isn't what?
I say, if he's so pitiful as you say, shouldn't
When
you...
did I use the word pitiful?
Shouldn't you
I
withdraw?
didn't say he was pitiful.
Well, I thought you said he's an old dog, he's a
I
bear.
didn't say he's a dog.
He's
I
very...
wouldn't call that
Now, wait
man
a
no
minute, I'm not
dog.
gonna stay up here one more time and people calling me dogs and,
No.
and bears and
No,
gorillas.
I didn't call you no dog.
You know,
I didn't call you, Joe, I promise you. I didn't call you no dog, no gorilla, no bear.
Well, you
He's
call-
just agitating.
You did call me a couple things, and you made fun of the color of my
You
skin.
know,
And
no, I didn't make fun of the color of your skin.
Well,
you
you
know
did.
what I told
Well,
you
you
at the
can see
camp.
what color you are. You don't have to...
I just told you, you have the complexion and the connection to get the protection.
Yeah! I'm sure
This
that's
should
right.
be the Joe Frazier show. All the people he done whooped and all the people I done whooped. Who you ever whooped? You little old skinny man got this big old championship. Somebody should get on you sometime. You talking
like
on-
me up at the camp.
See, I'm a good fighter, and I'm as good as your writer.
You didn't know you were you didn't know you were gonna be this rough out there then.
Unless
I'll
you
be
would
the
go
judge
up
of
there.
that after he knocks you flat.
Knox, you would do what? So he's your man now.
Never mind.
Joe, are you in fact the fighter that you were 3 years ago?
Yeah, good.
Are you the fighter that you were 3 years ago?
I think I'm going back
I
to...
got something to say, please.
I really...
Stop
But
it. Oh.
Now, if I tell you that I'm 3 years younger, then I'll probably be telling you a lie, which you would be. But I feel like I can go back to the things I've been doing, and for the last 8 weeks, 9 weeks I've been doing it, and I feel good. I got my weight under control. I don't have to use no rubber jacket or pants. Only thing I do now is just run with some weights and heavy boots.
You don't need
and my
that
music.
rubber shirt that
No,
you
I don't
needed
need that
yesterday.
anymore because I got it now where I control it. I'm
Yeah.
between 210 and 208, and that shouldn't be no problem. I'm only working now off my own strength. You know, I don't need nothing to
There is
to
one.
psych the weight out of me.
There's one big difference, though, and that is age. I mean, you have the same size neck, you have the same size biceps, but you're how old?
I'm 30.
And you're 32.
Yep, but he's older than me,
Dirty
though.
old man.
He's older than me. The way he fights and the licks he take and his style makes him older than me.
Oh, man. Now tell me, what can you do?
Oh,
I
man.
can't. Go ahead. I'm waiting on you.
What can I do you can't do?
I'll tell you something we haven't mentioned here. During that film, you distinctly, well, there was reference to your calling him Clay. And you know, we all know how
He just says
that
that to agitate me.
angers
He's a nice man. He say that because it used to make me mad, but it don't no more.
Oh, doesn't
See,
it?
the press, now everybody calls me Ali. The press call me Ali. You call me Ali. The Ku Klux Klan even call me Ali. See, so now you know a brother still calling me Clay. He really ain't no Uncle Tom. He's just doing that to make me mad. And I don't pay no attention to it no more. Like things that I used to do to make him mad, he's admitting it don't get to him no more. Things that make other people, he's catching on to a few things, so I got to come from another angle. So he don't make me mad calling me Clay. See, because he knows what it is. He just want to say that open.
Right.
What's the
You
point?
sound good.
Can't
I'm going to
make-
give you an A for that.
Can't make me mad. I don't get mad at you for that.
What's the point of insulting each other, though? I mean, you insult everybody you fight.
What's the point of insulting each other?
That's right.
The garden is sold out, that's why.
I mean, this whole thing is...
I thought you had more intelligence. This is a big man in London. You all don't know him like Johnny Carson ain't no big thing in London. Dick Cavett ain't nothing in London. So, look, in London, this is the Johnny Carson. Every night, Matt Parkinson, everybody know him. I was on this show once, and how many times did you run that show? It was so good. About 4 or 5 times?
4 or 5 times.
They run the same show, an hour debate on religion, race, draft, boxing, on everything.
4 or 5
They ran that
times.
show 4 or 5 times.
They probably had to till people could understand
And I
you.
thought you were more. And you seemed.
Help me.
Listen, you seemed so intelligent that
Number
night.
28.
Why would you ask a question like that over here in this country?
I'm going to sue you for that crack about Johnny Carson.
What crack?
About me being
You're the
Johnny Carson.
What I mean is not that you look like him or yet, but you're the man over there that everybody know, right?
I'd
Listen, he
rather
called
be,
me-
I'd rather be called the Dick Cavett.
The Dick Cavett. Oh, well, you're the Dick
That's
Cavett.
an
over there.
There's an... I'll join you in a class soon.
When you get on Johnny.
There is another attitude toward this fight, and that is that it's really 2 old guys who are just over the hill, and the
old
only
guys
thing
over
about
the
you
hill.
that's still in your prime is your
Listen,
mouth.
Joe
and
Lewis,
it's,
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Wait a minute, let me finish. And there's just going to be Palookasville at the Garden that night. What would you say to a person who said that?
I'd say this, that Archie Moore wasn't considered great until he was around 35. Sugar Ray Robinson wasn't really looked at as a great legend until he started, when he pushing his last few good fights at 34, 35, 37. Archie Moore fought him to the Walcott won the title when he was 37. I'm 32. Now, people expect me to do good when I was young. Olympics, Golden Gloves, Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson. Now I'm considered getting kind of old. Been fighting now. It's been 10 years since Sonny Liston, and it's been 20
Almost to
years
the day.
since I started boxing, 20 long years. So now you should, naturally, a human should start withering away. As timing should get off, he should get slow. But when you see me get into that ring with Joe Frazier at 210 pounds, which is 2 pounds lighter than it was 10 years ago. When you see me with my feet dancing faster and better than I did with Ken Norton, which was 90% of the time for 12 rounds, and when you see the punches, I'm gonna be so fast, he's gonna think he's surrounded.
Am I ever
When you
gonna get
listen,
this?
listen, when you see what I do to, listen, let me finish, let me finish. When you see what I do to Joe Frazier,
We have to... Could you run outside and see whose name's on the marquee out front? I
when
thought
you
it was...
see what I
have
do
to
to Joe
it.
Frazier this time, you'll realize that age means nothing in my case.
Okay.
But when you see me out there this time, you'll believe that age doesn't matter in nobody's case.
I'm not saying you
all right?
old.
All right.
I'm not saying you gonna your age
I'm gonna
gonna
be out there every second smoking, Jack. Every second.
You gonna be smoking, and I ain't gonna be joking.
And sure enough,
I'm gonna
I'll
be
be out there
packing and a
with you
poking,
every
pouring water on
time.
your smoking.
You can't out.
And this might
Smoke
shock,
don't never die.
this might shock you to
Always.
me, but I'm gonna retire Joe Frazier.
No.
Let me tell you something, boy. Somebody told me you got. I said, Roy.
Right, that might be a good place to stop. We have a... that was a
One more
close one.
thing,
We
one
have a
more-
message.
one
No,
more
we'll be
thing.
right back, and then
We'll
we'll
be
be
right
playing.
back. I'm a message.
Oh, I was just telling the audience to be seated. We're back, and we thought we'd let the audience ask a couple questions of our guests. So,
Could you tell them, please ask some intelligent questions, ask some hard questions.
There's one now.
And some good questions.
Yes, sir.
When are you going into the movies, Ali?
I don't go in the movies, brother, because the movies that the black people make are belittling. They're not good. The movies that they allow black people to make is a big trick bag, and the rest of them don't see it. So, movies like the title, Cotton Come to Harlem, Nigger Charlie, Cleopatra Jones, what's this judo pitch out now? Black judo pitcher called Judo Jones or something. Movies like all kind of movies showing prostitution, showing dope, Negroes in Cadillacs. They don't make movies. I'm not going to make a movie until it's like Charlton Heston.
Okay, good. There's the end of that. Who has a question for Joe? Question for Joe Frazier?
How long is your training session, and how many rounds do you think you'll be able to take Muhammad Ali?
Well, right now...
That's a good question for Joe. Boxing question. Stay on boxing question.
Maybe if we let him answer it.
Boxing. Keep him in boxing.
I've been moved up already to about 7, 8 rounds a day, and altogether it's like 14 rounds.
That's good.
15 rounds. I don't think there'll be no problem for me to track him down. He said he's going to be able to dance, but I don't think he's going to be able to dance and float out the way like he said. It's not that easy. Up here, talking about it, it's good. Yeah. But when you get him full square, it's a different story altogether. I think it'll be like 5, 6 rounds. I'll track him down. He'll be
you mean you're
right
going to
down.
admit that for 5 or 6 rounds you ain't going to catch me?
Yeah, what that?
You mean you're going to take 5 or 6 rounds before you track me down?
Oh, you going to run.
You admit I'm going to run. So you admit I'm going to win the first 5 or 6. Oh. Well, if I win the first 6, you got to win the next 6. Back up, boy. Where you going?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Good night.
Wait, no, you can't
Oh,
leave
get him
yet.
back here, would you?
No, we can't leave yet.
Come on,
no,
we walking off the show. It's not right to leave the show. Don't be walking off the show.
Now, are they kidding, boys and girls, or not? Yeah, there's a question. Are they...
Why do you take everything Muhammad Ali dishes out so calmly?
Well, I'm the quiet type. And I believe... And I believe in... Out here is to talk to people and do my best to answer their question. And I was told not to get upset, to take it easy. I got 2 weeks to go, and the 28th, there'll be all the places where I can spill all that anger right there.
It'll be all
It'll be all over, right.
all over. All the talk will be over.
In the ring.
You can't talk in the ring.
Because there was a lot of talking going on the last time before, wasn't there?
Big one?
There was a lot of talking going on the last time before.
No, it wasn't no talking. He probably just mumbled every word. You can't talk with a mouthpiece in anyway.
Yeah, one time, let me tell you, it was the 11th round. I remember. I hit you with a combination.
And you say you was God.
No, you crazy.
Yeah, you said you was God. And I said, well, God, you was going to get your ass whooped tonight. That's right.
Don't leave this. No, let me. No,
well, God, you going to get your ass whooped tonight.
But Ali, what kind of a punch broke your jaw?
It was a pretty hard punch, but I was clowning, my mouth was open, I was talking, and I got hit, my mouth was open.
Really?
Yeah. He fought me the second time, hit me on the jaw a lot of times, but I kept my mouth closed, and then didn't happen again.
Well, we have a little surprise for you. Can we see that first? Well, just follow me, everybody. Well, this will only take a second. Come on. This will only take a second. If we can get this thing up there. It's been both men's birthday, and, okay, that's good. Actually, we just missed both their birthdays by a couple of days. We have cakes for each one, and Parkinson and I have a bet with each other that neither one of you is in good enough shape to blow out the candles in one breath.
Oh, anybody can blow these candles out in one breath.
You go. Okay, it'll just take a second. One breath. You got to get in one breath on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. This will determine who wins the... Oh! Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Wait, go.
Wait. Why come all of them still lit?
This is pathetic. Haven't you done any road work? Oh, well. That's terrible. This is sad. Any child of 3 could do it. I'm absolutely shocked. Well, I think you better both get back on the road. We'll be back after a message from our local stations. That's terrible. I think you may have hurt me when you were both holding me up earlier.
What?
No, really, each of them had one leg. I had a terrible feeling you would make a wish. And,
I try to grab you as tight as I can so nothing would move out of place, yeah.
Oh, you did. Nice job on that. No, I didn't. You guys couldn't hurt me. Are you kidding? We know that you bought a white mink coat. Mm-hmm. And, not for a lady.
A couple more snowmobiles.
But for yourself. So we know your style. You're sort of, high style. Would you guess how he lives out in the country? Roll this film, and I'm going to show you how Muhammad lives in his very home out in the training camp. I think it might surprise you. No. Have you ever been there? You haven't seen it.
Me.
Wouldn't surprise me. That's your bell, I take it.
That bell rings every morning at 4:30, and every fighter in those 2 bunkhouses must be down here dressed by 5, ready to run. It rings again at 8 o'clock for breakfast and 5 o'clock for dinner. 10 o'clock, everybody's in bed.
Don't the neighbors get sore or the
No,
chickens?
they don't give me no trouble. Most of them hear that bell and they go to church.
I want to see the inside of your house. Is this it?
Come right. This is old antique house, replica of a 200-year-old cabin.
Did you
Real
design
water
this yourself?
Designed everything. Old antique bed in it.
Yeah.
Coal stove, no electricity, coal oil lamps. Everything is real. Just like in the days of Jack Johnson. No, come right in. Just like the days of Jack Johnson. Joe Frazier don't stand a chance.
Wait a minute, I'm not through wiping my feet.
No, come on in. Don't be turning.
Hey, I love what you've done with the place.
Oh, yeah, this is all antique. I did all this up myself, Dick. This is a 200-year-old rope bed here.
200 years
This
old?
bed's just about 190 years old.
How long did it take
I
you
just
to
had it
do that?
reinforced. And,
Very nice.
everything is
So
real
you got
antique.
the bed's rope, the walls are solid.
They tore down an old bridge, 95-year-old bridge, railroad bridge. And
how do you make it
built
look
this.
like real dirt on the walls?
Well, that is real dirt. My friend Harvey Mario, the construction man who built this place, he's going to clean all this off for me.
I like it. It's
Everything's
crude.
okay.
That's the way I like it.
No,
I
it
better
is-
know what that is.
What?
Picture of a loved one.
No. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That was right.
There you go.
All right. And real
This
cool
is
oil.
old table over here.
How come you have
This table weighs about 850 pounds. This was made out
It's
of a real
amazing.
oak tree.
It was 600 earlier.
Right? No, it's about
I suppose-
850 pounds. Try to lift it.
I suppose
This
the
is
wood's
heavy.
still growing. Quite nice.
This is old antique pheasant I picked up. This is my real 150-year-old coal oil lamp. It was come from a rich man's mansion in Virginia back in 1817 something.
Does he know it's missing?
No, he don't know it. He's missing.
I like it in here. It's
the
really
energy crisis don't bother me. I have coal oil lamps. I got the big old coal stove over here.
Yeah.
And the water pump right from the well under the ground. Everything's antique.
Is that real? Can we look at the
That's
stove?
a real coal stove. I'll show you this coal stove.
Okay, I'll
Come
follow
on.
you.
Yes, Dick, this is my
What,
old...
did you have this wired for electricity?
No, this is my old coal stove. I like the idea of getting up in the mornings, making my coal, getting a real natural heat. Something you don't get nowadays. Everything's gas and electric. And during the energy crisis, if things do get too bad, I can always retreat to right here. I got a big 2 or 3 tons of coal outside and my timber, and I start making my own fires and have a good time.
I don't know why. I figured you more for lace curtains and lots of chiffon.
No,
and
well,
fluffy
after the fights, I go back to my cherry hill home and I live in the modern things, but I like this rough thing.
What's
Over
that?
here, this is my old antique water pump, Dick. This goes 300 feet in the ground. I don't drink all that water you drink in the city.
You like
all
to
the
be
chlorine
really-
and stuff. And this is real, no pollution. This comes right out of the ground. Let me just let it. Nice cold. Take a taste of that, Dick.
Oh, it looks nice. Something swimming in it.
No, it's just bubbles.
Oh, it's bubbles.
Let me get another batch
That's
of
all
water.
right.
Let's get some.
When you're in New York, do you stay in Central Park or what? How do
No,
you-
well, yeah, I'd rather prefer staying there. It's more restful than the hotel.
Oh, that's good. That is nice.
Don't be funny, Dick.
No, that's really nice.
So
You-
this is my old water well and my old dishes and stuff here, and
You
these
got-
things are hundreds of years old.
No electricity in here.
No electricity.
How do you watch television?
No television. I go over in my kitchen to watch television.
What do you watch?
But, I watch the Johnny Carson show mostly. Dick Cavett show sometimes. Carton, who's got the most colored guests on?
The most color?
Most colored guests, yeah.
Oh, I see. What colors do you prefer?
But tonight that you have me And now that me and Joe Frazier's on your show, I guarantee that everybody will have.
Do you think he'll show up for you?
I think he'll show up.
He told me he's the only one who's got enough guts to call you Cassius.
Well, I'm going to straighten him out. After this fight, he will be glad to call me Muhammad Ali. I promise you that. Joe Frazier, after this fight, will be glad to call me Muhammad Ali.
We'll see about that, and we'll see you right there in New
And
York.
I can whoop Joe Frazier, and can you whoop Johnny Carson?
Can I have another glass of dirty water? Yes. What can we
I'm
make?
still working. I got a couple more bunkhouses to build. And my friend Lou Beltrame, he's a big construction man up there. And Harvey Maria, they went out and they found me these logs and these rocks and everything.
Huh?
Doing a little publicity right now.
Suppose he's getting a rake off on this?
I said Lou Beltrame.
Oh, I think...
My construction
yes.
man is now putting me up 2 more of those cabins.
Lou Beltrame.
Yes, and
famous,
one of my business advisors, Gene Kilroy, he's also
Gene
going to
Kilroy,
help
no
me
kidding.
to operate a boys camp.
Don't you feel
Gene
the show
Kilroy.
has already...
Have you heard of Gene Kilroy?
Don't you think we have enough commercials
Have
in
you
the
heard
show?
of Gene Kilroy? Ain't no commercial. He's my man.
Yeah, same to you. What kind of equipment? No, say, watching these films, have you learned anything from each other? Were you surprised that he lived that crudely?
That's good living, ain't crude.
I wish I'd gotten down to your
That's
camp.
all right. No, that's really all right for people who believe that, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
but, you know.
You got to have a high culture.
I don't believe that, you know. I don't believe that.
You got to have a high culture.
You know, the man is up there training, that's true. And, but from looking at that building, I don't really see how he can be comfortable in there at night.
All these people out here who understand know that's it.
Because it's very easy to catch a cold. And
Catch a cold?
I know better what it's all about up
I
there.
know
He
catch a
probably
cold.
just let you look
That
at the building
that
for
stove is so hot.
work.
My
but,
stove is so hot it runs
majority,
out that cabin.
yeah, I believe that when you put some wood in it, but therefore late at night it gets
Late
like
at
what
night, I put coal
17
in it. It
to
stays all
18 up at that mountain. I know.
So you think that's a fraud?
Yeah,
and he really
right.
has a nice electric blanket inside.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
You better believe it. Television.
Yeah.
Phones in the car. Phones in the cars.
I
and
saw those car
walkie-talkies and things like that. You know.
I tell you, I
know.
did want to come down to your camp.
You're
But,
welcome anytime.
well, Michael and I flipped a coin, and I lost.
Well, I think Michael had enjoyed himself. He didn't have a chance to like.
No,
We didn't
seriously,
have a chance
folks.
to like move around and take a look in the gym.
Look,
like
Joe,
the way
you
it
and I
is.
on TV at the same
I
time.
have a lot of modern stuff. You know, I go for a lot of modern stuff. Real fancy stuff. And really,
Are they going to believe this in England? Do they?
they just didn't have time to like, you know, check the gym out like you wanted. But the gym is really modern and it's real nice. Everything is beautiful at my hand. And where I live now, it's I live out of my home since October. And
I got a great idea. Joe, I got to interrupt you. I got a great idea. Get that shot up on the screen again. Okay.
How do I look like a bear?
Now, look, face this way, Muhammad.
you don't like no bear.
Face this way.
It's just publicity.
No, face this way. And lean this way a little bit. No, just turn your head. Face. Now, pucker your lips up like you're going to kiss somebody. And you turn that way. No, this way. Just turn this way. Would you
If
just
you keep agitating, I'm going to tell the people what's happening.
Don't you think it would have been?
No, ain't
I'm
that
talking
way.
to him.
Oh.
I'm
I
sorry.
thought you were going to start getting the clothes stuff.
And I'm talking to him,
Okay.
please.
Are there any things we should really be discussing here? Has it? I mean, there's a lot of.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
let him ask
bring this
Just
into
about-
perspective.
Yeah. I hate to come all this way and not ask a question. What happens if you lose to all that stuff you've got?
Next question. What happens if I lose?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
If I lose, yes, a good question. But look,
Here's why it's a good question. Because if, after all you've said about him, if you lose,
and
you'd
then
have to leave the business.
Get the
I
next
mean,
jet for the closest communist country I can find.
What?
Catch the next jet for the closest communist country to America.
What does that mean?
Communists. Get out of here.
Really? Why?
To lose to Joe Frazier after all of this talking and acting and then walk out there, no.
You mean you'd have to go behind the
I'm
Iron
not even
Curtain
ready.
to cover your
I can't
embarrassment?
lose.
Terrible
Getting ready,
thing.
country.
I'm not worried about losing.
Because he's
I
going to be
really
there.
don't think about it. I haven't made no preparations for the loss. I'm down to 210. I'm moving like I should move. I'm no longer playing. I'm boxing. This man comes in. Anybody can hit him. All his sparring partners are ramming him every day. And they are nothing to me. No class, no footwork, no speed. When I get those little bitty gloves on and be real serious and no playing, no standing
what they're
in the
gonna
corner,
put on me.
just sticking and moving. All he's got is some hooks. And they
What kind of gloves I'm gonna have?
He can't stop me.
What kind of glove I'm
Nobody
gonna have
stops
on?
me.
You answer that.
Man's
What
asking
kind
you
of glove
a
I'm gonna have on?
You have on the same
You
gloves
gonna have
that
on
last
those
time.
gloves. What they gonna put on
You
me?
got on the same thing on last time.
Sledgehammer or something?
Man, that sounds silly. That's
Same
another
thing.
crazy question. Everybody know he's gonna have on gloves like
All
me.
right, then, but why
He's
you
talking
make
like that's
like
another
that?
point.
Can I ask you a
Crazy.
What
question?
am I gonna have? Okay, you
Oh,
prove it.
you
You
make-
have
you
on
say-
gloves like
you
me.
say what's something
We
different.
always have on the same.
All
Well,
right,
we can just
then.
get on now. We ain't gotta be. We ain't gotta be.
Get in there, Michael. Get. You're coming very close. Watch it. Watch it. No, your trainers are fading.
Don't back out.
Here,
Put your coat down.
let me
Don't
help you.
back out.
Put that on.
Don't back down. Come
Or
on.
you could hit him
Stay.
accidentally
I
and you
hit
could
him
break a
accidentally.
finger or something.
What you think I'm trying to do?
Why, anything you like.
Find your thing.
Oh, I just can't
turn
wait.
your-
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, I want you so bad.
Do I have to stay? Do I have to?
I think you better sit down. You just.
You want me so bad.
So bad.
I just can't wait. Boy, you gonna be in trouble. My attorney
Break
told me
it
to
up.
bring my bails bombing because what I'm gonna do to you might be against the law. They might put me in jail after this fight. They gonna come to get me out for the victory party.
They're gonna put you in jail. I better believe it. You better believe it.
I think they're really getting mad. Hey, fellas, listen, we do have a commercial. I'd love to see you fight, but the audience, no, your trainer just fainted because he knows you can hurt a finger this way or something and the fight would be over. What's behind me?
You've been agitating. You've been agitating ever since he been here.
Oh, you're just joking now. They know you're joking. No, seriously. We have a message. We'll be right back.
You're in the wrong seat.
What's your short?
That seemed to be you on the. You're in the. Oh, rather. Say, I think it's time to announce that man on my right in the red jacket, I looked this up in current biography, and I found out that as a kid, you were a marbles champion. I crossed my heart, and the obvious question is, do you still have your marbles? And I really wanted to... I got that one in.
Man, how you gonna match wits with me? I speak in colleges and universities. I just turned down professorship at Oxford. Did you know I was offered a professorship at Oxford?
Poetry.
A poetry, right? I barely got out of high school, and I have so much common sense until they offered me a professorship at the highest university in the world, right? And I didn't have time to take it. And you gonna sit up here and match wits with me? You out your mind.
You just wait.
Just wait.
You
ain't gonna do
just
nothing with
wait.
these either.
You
'Cause
just
I think
wait.
Can I ask you
too fast.
something?
Oh, man, you just wait.
Can I ask you this?
I
Listen,
want to put a
seriously.
whooping on you
Yeah,
like
I
you
wanna
ain't
whoop you
never
so
had before.
bad.
We know
I
about
want to
that.
put a whooping on you.
You
Yeah, I'm
better
talking to a
believe
man,
it.
man. I want to put a whooping on you
better believe
like you ain't never had
No,
before.
don't. Please, you can hurt yourself. You really can. I saw Angelo Dundee get very frightened there because
They
when you
always
were fooling
get
around, you
nervous,
can
but
hurt
I
your
just can't-
finger
I
or
just
break
can't
a...
with Joe. I've been dreaming about this night.
listen.
I've been wanting you so bad.
Oh,
I got it.
man.
Hey,
I go
shut up,
sleep
will
that
you?
night.
For God's sake, both of you, just hold it for a minute. I'm sick of this. God damn it. No, I would...
Don't be getting
No,
all
what-
bad, man.
just
You
sit
can't get no crazy in me. Don't be acting like you're crazy. You can bluff him, but you can't bluff me.
Just
You
sit.
got him scared of because you got the connection and the complexion.
Listen, if-
but you don't scare me because
Will
I
you
carry
sit-
the Harlem.
Just, it's a deal, okay. Seriously, folks, has anybody ever asked either of you, think hard and answer honestly, to take a dive?
And then I've asked us to take a dive. Yeah.
Ever in your career?
Once. Just once.
Seriously?
Yes.
Tell about it in a calm voice.
The last time you was at my camp, you told me to take a dive.
Oh, no, I meant really.
I can't remember anybody ever asking me to do anything like that.
Can I ask another serious question? Since it's so quiet in here and we all could use the rest. Does it cross either of your minds that one of you could kill the other in the ring?
No.
Never thought about that.
Never think
Doesn't.
about it. Just like airplane pilots, they have a worse job than me.
Yeah.
You know, flying through them thunderstorms and big old jets, and one thing go wrong, it explode. I mean, like car racers riding that thing at 200 miles an hour, all that iron and steel blowing up and burning up. It happens in England. It happens horse races, ice hockey, football. More die in football than boxing. So you just figured it never happened to you. I'm sure the people who are now watching this show, I hate to say it, but next week when your show come on or whenever it comes on, a lot of those people gonna be dead.
But isn't it?
So what we gonna say? Yeah, it could happen.
Well, I
but
hope
we
they're
hope
not
not.
sitting in the
and
audience,
our intention is not to kill.
No.
Yeah, but, I
So
mean,
we
but
believe
you
it can
think-
happen.
but if you're
See how nice I handle that stuff, boy?
Yeah.
I mean, Roy.
You handle it.
I mean, Roy.
Because see, you're in the mood to talk. See, I'm not. I'm ready to go
I
to
know
work.
you ain't in the mood to talk.
That's right. I'm ready to fight.
You ain't never in the mood.
Yeah, there's a line in
believe it.
Shakespeare, talkers
I
are
got
no
something
good
for you.
doers.
I'm gonna end your name in this
You
country.
better give it to
I'm
me.
gonna get you out
I
of
got
boxing.
something for you.
You through.
The line in
That's what you
Shakespeare
think.
really went
I
over big,
promise
didn't it?
You through.
That's what you think.
I promise you, you finished.
That's what you think.
In best
Someone,
wisely,
one of the quiet
You
people has a
invest
question.
Yeah.
Michael, it's your turn.
What about,
all over.
what about this thing, though? Have you ever considered, though, I mean, professional prize fighters, you're taking lots of blows to the head, both of you, throughout your career, the possibility of, say, permanent brain damage?
Sure.
Not me.
Well, I never look at it that way. Just like you say, you know, the football player, basketball player, anything could happen.
Yeah, but
Cars.
You can wake up
More
in the
people are killed
morning.
in this country in cars than war. And what we can do, quit driving cars.
We heard that. Let me put it another
And
way.
I know
Let
you're
me-
not concerned about two black fathers' brains being hurt that much now. I know you're not that wrapped up over our brains. You really worried about my brains? Or anybody else's brains? We not worried about it, so why are we not worried about it? You should worry about what else is happening in the world.
Why are you so obsessed with our color? I have a feeling you have a little white jockey out in
Because
front
it
of your
just don't
house with
seem right.
a little statue, you know,
no,
of
I
me.
just have to look at me like it's so bad because we are the world's two greatest fighters and we're making millions of dollars in one night and it just don't seem like this. You just don't like the idea of us doing it.
Okay.
You do it. You got own countries. You
Can I ask you a
you
question?
own Rolls
Can I
Royces
say
and you
something?
got more
Give an
minks than
influence
him
on
and me
perhaps.
and you ain't whooped nobody. So we just wonder why
Joe,
you
wait.
so upset over what we make or why we hurt. Why us? It happens every day to all of us.
What if a 12-year-old kid came to you? A 12-year-old
You
black
wanna know how
kid
to box?
or white kid, either
wanna
one.
be a boxer?
No, listen. And he said, I got a good physique and I want to fight. I'm 12 years old and it's
That's
now
what I asked you. That's what I asked
1973.
you. Do you wanna
Would you tell him to go into professional boxing?
Ask him first. See what he say.
Joe,
Well, I think I would.
you would.
The kid first have to have the mind into it that he wants to be a boxer. Can't just go out there and say, well, I'm going to be a boxer. You know, it take a lot of time, a lot of work.
Ask him. I'm sorry to
Well, let me add this to it. For years, it's been a cliche.
Oh, stop now.
No, Joe, just a
Where's
second.
me?
Let me
You
ask you. I
didn't
want to hear your
make
answer to this.
Oh, now
There's
give
been a
me-
cliche that a black man in this country had either athletics or show business, and that was about all he could make it big in, and you know, for years. That's not true anymore. With that in mind, would you still tell a 12-year-old kid of your own to go into
Now,
professional
ask me a
fighting?
question.
Yes.
Number one, I say, kid, your chances of being a great fighter are good enough to make a good living is about 100,000 to 1. And if you spend the most of your life trying to be a fighter and you get hurt or you don't make it, your whole life is ruined. It's too late to get education. It's too late to look for a trade or something to fall back on. I say, no. Take your mind while you're quick for developing, go to school, learn to read, learn to write, be a mechanic, be a doctor, be a lawyer. Go now, get your mind conditioned, spend one day. Same with basketball, same with football, same with baseball. You can't be like Muhammad Ali or Joe Frazier. We are two little black boys who came up to be the biggest drawers in the whole world. And don't think because I made it, I'm gonna tell you to go box. No. Get your brains together, box exercises, but get your brains together, get educated, and get a trade. Because you might not make it, and there's too much risk involved. No, go to school. That's the best thing. That's the best thing to tell them.
Yeah.
They come to me all the time. Say, I want to be a boxer. Can I train you? I said, no. Can you read? He can't hardly read. Can you write? No. I'm lucky.
You know, a lot of kids will be influenced by hearing you say this tonight.
I'm telling the truth.
What about the people, though, who don't like boxing or
That
hate it?
Cavett don't box. Look how he makes it.
How can you justify boxing as a sport to those people who say it's not a sport, that it's hateful?
Hateful?
Yeah.
Well, it's the action. I'll tell you this. It's immoral, number one, when the blacks are dominating. When Marcel Allen was fighting, there wasn't so much protest. When Gene Tunis fighting Jack Dempsey. No, let me tell you. I'm telling you.
The argument's as old as boxing itself.
Let me tell you. I don't hear the argument nowhere. But let me tell you. It's the action that makes it, it's the purpose that makes a thing right or wrong, not the action. I can kill him and kill you. The same judge can say I'm right for killing him, wrong for killing you. Why'd I kill him? I caught him molesting my wife. I don't get a day in jail. I killed you because we were arguing over who was going to win this fight. Both of the actions was killing, but what determines them right or wrong is the purpose. My purpose is not to kill when I go in the ring. Our purpose is not to kill. It's not immoral as long as our purpose is not immoral. So,
but what kind of sport is it? Can it be?
What kind of sport is it?
Where a guy goes in a ring and gets his jaw broke.
Watch our handling. Watch our handling. What kind of sport is this? When a guy gets in a damn car in your country and go around a damn track and hit a pole and he burn up. What kind of sport is that? And a bunch of fools go to watch it.
Well, you're assuming that he thinks that's good.
Yeah,
Maybe he doesn't.
No, we'll talk about outlawing that.
Well, why?
Don't get on our little sport. We don't have nothing over in no way but a job, and few of us can't get nothing unless we can box. And now you want to run that out. Well, you go over to England and stop some of your sports.
Well, now
I don't see no black folks out there going 90 million miles. No, you get on them. Don't get on us.
I got to take a pause.
See, I can handle them, Joe.
It's just time. I got to ask you this. Joe tells me there's a rumor that Ella Fitzgerald, if she hits high C, can fracture your jaw.
He's trying to change the subject and start talking about something foolish because this is so intelligent.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
You don't match
We'll be right back. My apologies to Larry Merchant backstage. We ran out of time. Thank you, Michael. You're obviously two great athletes, and I want to see. I hope to be there Monday night. Well, it's just obvious, and that's why I said it. And thank you both for being here. We'll see you 2 weeks from tonight. Good night.